Hello everybody, this is Mr. DSI Review, and today I'm going to be reviewing a $4 virtual console game. This is Super Mario Land. It was released in 1989 for the original Game Boy. So, starting from the beginning here, as soon as you start up a new game, it throws you right in the middle of the action. You can move around with the circle pad or the D-pad. If you hold B, you'll run, and you press A to jump, and that's actually just about it. Now, your goal in each level, in case you're not familiar with Mario games, is to get to the flagpole at the end and then move on to the next level. Along the way, there's all sorts of enemies, like these Goombas here, and also coins you can collect, oftentimes out of these question mark boxes, although sometimes the boxes will also contain power-ups. Now, the game is actually rather short. It has 3 levels in each world, and there are 4 worlds. And at the end of each third level in a world, there is a boss, although these two tend to be pretty simple. I'm just going to play through this first level here to give you an idea of what the game's like. Recently I collected a Fire Flower power-up, which allows me to fire a fireball at enemies to knock them out. Here's a star that gives me invincibility, and there are also bonus lives that you can get in some of the levels, or when you collect 100 coins. So here we are approaching the end of the level. At the end of each level there are 2 exits. There's one higher one and one lower one. The lower one is just a plain exit, and the second one, the higher one, gives you a chance to earn some lives or a power-up in a bonus game. And from what I've found, I've actually certainly needed these lives, because this game is actually rather challenging. Now, you might have noticed that the blocks and coins and enemies are all rather small, and that's probably my biggest issue with the game, the fact that these things are small, because sometimes it's really easy to miss a jump, especially in later levels when it actually requires you to do some precision jumping. And so you can just lose lives in, simple, pathetic ways, especially if the game is throwing enemies at you at the same time. Also, that level, that took maybe 2 minutes or so. The other levels will take you a little longer, again, because they're more challenging, but the game is still, it's a pretty short game. So, when you consider the fact that there are 12 levels, and you'll spend maybe 3 minutes in each one, it's basically a half-hour playthrough of a game. Because I believe at the time, when this game was first out, you were supposed to, the idea was to beat the game basically in one sitting. Like, for example, with Kirby's Dream Land, I think a playthrough of that game now takes me maybe 25 minutes. But, in this day and age where saving, especially auto-saving, is constant, and if I go to the home menu and exit out of the game and then I fire it back up, it'll bring me back to right where I was. It's pretty short. And, like I said, it's difficult, it's short, and it's overall just kind of mediocre. There's nothing that makes it stand out as far as Mario games go, and so it's a little hard for me to recommend it. It's not bad, but it certainly could be better. And if you really want a better Mario game, recently Super Mario Land 2 came out on Virtual Console, and you're probably better off getting that. I actually have purchased it, and I'll make a review of that in one of the coming weeks. But I suppose those are really all my thoughts for the game. The graphics, again, they're not bad, but they could be better. Especially, I think, if they made things a little bigger, which in fact they did do with Super Mario Land 2. The sounds, for the most part, actually, the sounds are pretty good. And then gameplay could, again, be a little better, because there's nothing making it too special. There are some levels that offer a little bit of variety. I remember at least one underwater level where you're basically in a submarine. But, yeah, overall, it's kind of hard for me to recommend the game. But anyways, if you like this review, then please rate, comment, subscribe. Check out my other videos. You can check out the written review on my website below. That's www.mrdsreview.net. And I will see you guys next time.